So, my wife bought a basil plant, and I was a little offended. I'm a farmer. I can grow herbs and spices, but since we've got this, we're gonna do something cool with it and turn one plant into as many as we want. These are what I call glass rooting jars, and this is how I multiply some of the trees on the farm. We'll cover how I make these in another video, but this basil gives us the perfect opportunity to explain exactly how they work and why some plants will re-root when you stick them in water. The first thing we've got to do is get some clean water. Tap water will be fine. We're using this because most bacteria and fungi have trouble surviving in pure water. Then we're going to take some cuttings. I used a clean pair of kitchen scissors here, but you can use whatever you want. To make sure that you're not seeding bacteria, you should clean whatever you use to cut with a little bit of alcohol. 99% is a bit much, 70% should be fine. Now after taking your cuttings, all you have to do is drop the stems in water and wait. Most plants are capable of producing new roots. These roots come from the meristem, where all the undifferentiated cells in a plant live. When the plant's nutrient needs aren't being met, the meristematic cells in the appropriate parts of the plant will turn into roots. And these roots serve to draw moisture and nutrients up towards the rest of the plant using capillary action. I set up this simple experiment to help you visualize that action. Capillary action allows water to move against gravity. And it's important to note that other materials dissolved in that water, like food coloring, will get pulled along with it. So that's how roots work. But the roots we see here aren't the important ones. Attached to the main roots are tiny microscopic root hairs. The main roots search through the growing medium, and then the root hairs along those roots will grab onto the nutrients that'll be transferred to the rest of the plant with the capillary action we just learned about. Because the function of the roots is to search for food, you can have a pretty decent root system in a solution with basically no nutrient load. If the plant can't find nutrients for an extended period of time, it dies. So we can't leave them in here for more than a few weeks. But there's another reason we're working against the clock here. Plant roots need oxygen, and plants don't have a good enough circulatory system to get oxygen to their roots from their leaves. Luckily, the roots can absorb oxygen themselves, but if there's loads of roots in standing water, they'll use up all the free oxygen and drown. Yes, plants can drown. So let's put it all together. We use pure water to minimize the ability of bacteria and fungi to grow and kill our developing roots. We're going to have to make sure that we refill the water at least once per week to ensure the roots are getting enough oxygen. After about 2 weeks and up to a maximum of 4 weeks, your cuttings will be ready to go outside. But keeping track of the time isn't necessary. As soon as the roots reach an adequate size, we're going to stick them in the ground and water them well. The new roots should be able to mine the nutrients the plants need from there. And now you know how to turn one basil plant into as many as you want.